What's up, guys? How we doing out in YouTube land today? This is Knife Guy 423, your Damon coming at you from Nebraska. Just a little update. So we got the knife completely, handled out and all that fun stuff. And it turned out pretty good for my first knife. Biggest downfall or biggest letdown, I should say, is I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but right in there, a big old crack going right across the frickin' handle scale. And then there's chips falling out, and I don't know. I'm a little disappointed with it at the time because of what happened, but it's bound, determined to happen, and shit's gonna break. I know it sucks. You gotta replace it, you gotta repair it, you gotta do whatever you can. But at this point in the game, it is my first knife ever, so I mean, I can't really fault for that one. Problem with that is I'm gonna have to probably order new knife scales, and I don't know how to go about replacing knife scales. So I think that's gonna be another learning curve for me. The biggest downside I see is I don't wanna keep replacing them and replacing them and replacing them. So if anybody has any suggestions, different handle types, different scale types, different way to make scales, whatever. I'm thinking about trying to get into making some epoxy resin scales or micarta scales, or even doing whatever. I look at it this way: is if I want to turn this into like a side business where I'm actually making knives for people, then I'm not gonna want to end up doing all of this and having to order product all the time when I can just make it and save a little bit of money. Now I know it takes money to make money, and that's the biggest problem. Is you're gonna have to, you have to earn the money to make the money, and then to spend the money to buy more product or do things a certain way, and that's kind of the downfall. So I'm racking my brain as to what to do with that knife. It's meant for a gift for somebody. But I think today is just gonna be a cleaning day in the shop. My garage is a freaking mess. I don't know if you can really see it behind me, but I have got crap everywhere. I mean, I've got a lawnmower, a cooler, I've got a lawnmower sitting out. I'm gonna flip this around. My workbench is an absolute nightmare. I mean, it could be worse. I have picked up a few things before I started recording, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rearrange all of my tools and stuff up there. I know my girlfriend will be kind of mad, but I did go get a couple new things for the pegboards and a couple new clamps, as mine broke. My 6-inch bar clamp broke the other day when I was attempting to replace Sammy's brakes. I know you're supposed to use a C-clamp to push the cylinder back in on the caliper, but I don't have a C-clamp and I didn't have access to one, so I said, you know what, I've got this 6-inch bar clamp, let's use that, let's see if that'll work. And I got one good grip of pressure on it, and it just broke. Now, it is cheap plastic. I did buy it at Walmart. It's the Hyper Tough brand. It was only $3. I know it's not meant for high pressure like that, but I was hoping I could get away with it, and I kind of dropped the ball. So it is what it is. It's over and done with now. It's broken. That one's in the trash, and it's just a mess. I did finally get my yard mowed. Thank you to Sammy's stepdad's Jim. He let us have his old mower, and it works wonderful. I was able to mow my yard, and it took me, I got 3 30-gallon trash bags full of grass from my tiny front yard and backyard. Now, when I say tiny, I mean we're talking, like small lot size yard, and they were these big old heavy duty Hyper Tough trash bags, 42-gallon contractors. Instead of 30-gallon, I got 3 42-gallon trash bags full of grass, and they are now in the dumpster outside. So I know I'm kind of rambling on. I'm just trying to keep my mind a little busy. I'm trying to rack my brain with a few things while I just, get ready to start cleaning. And stupid stuff and decide what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna start getting into making scales or if I'm going to get into doing some other stuff. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the camera over there and I'm gonna just get to cloning and cleaning out the shop, talking a few things, just a little, informational video today. I know it seems kind of boring, but it's kind of one of those days where I just don't really want to do much but clean. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna get some cleaning done, get a little vacuuming done, get this freaking dust out of the air. It was bad. We went out and bought one of these little 1 gallon shop vacs. Again, Hypertough brand. No, I am not sponsored by Hypertough, nor do they pay me to talk about their product. I wish I could get sponsored by somebody, but it's all about who you know and who you, never mind, we're not gonna finish that sentence. So I'm gonna shut the camera off here. I'm gonna get a little bit of work done. I'm gonna get some cleanup done, and then we'll be back, show you what the shop looks like when it's all nice and clean, and I've got all my tools rearranged and all that fun stuff. So we'll see y'all in a little bit.